boss, let me find out my team.
Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back to Mixon on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on second and 13. Dalton, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he sets to, and got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Jackson now. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson on first down. Roberts has it. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He uncorks it for Snead. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go. 15 running.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now here's Ross. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Passing, it's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
X3, 218, chop. We're good.
Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Andy Dalton now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and very short, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Dalton on 3rd and goal to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shift. Deuce. Rush in.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. So Dalton now. Boys the target, and he has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Hands up. We need key.
Situation. Let's go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Oh, the return is Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, and oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We own them. Wide, get wide. Watch twist. Watch single.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd and 4.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. This is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jalen Ferguson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jones on the return. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Jackson going to throw again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 4, check 4.
To throw is Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get the ball.
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Jackson operating from the gun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Choose the mic. Right. 50, choose the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, watch it. Watch. Right. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jackson now on 3rd down. He finds Roberts complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 27, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 43.
On first down, Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
24.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. To throw again on second down, Dalton. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check.
From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Motion out of the backfield. Check 52's the mark. Check 50.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Dalton, 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Dalton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Sean Williams had time in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like